Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a planner setup. If you can't tell, I have a chaos going on my table. I did just put everything out that I think I might use, and I'm sure that I don't have everything I need. But let me just walk through what I have as I clear this mess off. I do have tons of stickers. I have these ones here, which are redating stickers. And so I do plan on going to a Monday start. I sometimes love it and I sometimes don't. But the problem is half of my planners are Monday start and half aren't. And so that's what I find confusing. I actually don't find it confusing to have the weekly be Monday start and the calendar be a Sunday start, just because that's what I'm used to. But I do find it confusing to have different calendars having different starts. So I decided I was going to redate my Erin Condren because I have these cute redating kits that match both. This one is the one that matches the EC colors, and then I have another one that matches the bouquet, and I will have one that matches the pastel vertical coming out hopefully with the next release. And so because I am actually using the pastel minimal monthly, and so I want that one too. So it will be coming out because I need it. So yes, I have these. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I really admire those who just put up these semi-unedited videos and they are just chatty. I feel like I say the stupidest things and I just have like these long moments of silence where I'm figuring things out. So I feel like I always have to edit mine, but I really do admire that. That would be like my ideal, would be to be able to put up this semi-unedited video that is just chatty, but I don't know. I don't even know how this is going to turn out. I mentioned in my stories yesterday on Instagram that I have been really diving into creative journaling. And so I've been making some stickers, and they're just going to be put up little by little that would help me in the creative journaling sphere. And so I wanted some big monthlies, and I thought these would be good in back notes pages for certain things. And then I also have this whole set of stickers, which is a 5-page set. I think I don't know where I put the other page, but it's all the alphabet and they're transparent. You can get them white background too, because I know some people prefer that depending on the paper that you're using. But I thought these would be fun for different things in here too. So I am definitely going to be adding those on. Other stickers I have all of my new monthly kits here. So this has, all the different months in functional planning, and then I have just some things. These are from my Advent, but they're for sale now. So these are the holiday stickers, and then I have just some monthlies and my weekly date, like the week numbers and different, just a ton of different stickers in here. Most of these are from the Advent, but they are for sale now. And then these are from the Advent in 2023, and I never used them, and I meant to. But this year I want to do these bucket lists. If you guys are interested in these, I can put them up for sale if you want to do that. And then, these are just a ton of different stickers. And then I have more holiday stickers. These are like the holiday icons. And then these are going to be new. These also will match the Erin Condren colors. And these are just the little washi tape holidays. These are just the major holidays, by the way. They're not like extensive. But I do have a blank ones of these too that you can write in your own holidays. And then the right column here is happy birthday on both of these. So you have lots of fun holidays there. And this is my, this is kind of a mess, you guys. I'm so sorry. These are the EC decor. So each of these matches an Erin Condren month. I will say these are cute in any planner. You don't have to use them in Erin Condren. They're very patriotic or fall or, like they go with each month. So they're very holiday, seasonal themed. Okay, so there's a lot. And then I just brought over this. This is from, I think, Simply Gilded. Where did I get this? I want to say it was Simply Gilded. And it fits my stickers. It's not my favorite way to store because you can't see through, and so I forget what's in here, but I have them. And so these are just more EC functional stickers that match the EC colors. Those are actually last year's. But I just have some things in here that I thought I might use. And I made name stickers for myself. I just actually made these really quick yesterday. I wrote my name really fast and then printed them out several times so I could put them in planners. And I used to do these. People would ask me to do their name, and I have not been able to do custom stickers for a while. We're just too bogged down. But maybe I'll do a giveaway for like 5 of you that I'll do your name, and you can choose if you want it in monoscript like that where it's all the same way, or if you want like the more calligraphy kind of script. Yeah, let's do that. 5 of you. If you are interested in having your name stickers done, I will do that for you. All right. And so that's all I have. I brought over from my own stickers, other than I have this little book. I can't remember where I got it, but it's just reusable stickers. And I have stickers actually in here from all sorts of companies. I used to use a lot more stickers from other companies before I made my own sticker shop. And so I just have some things in here. Some of these are my stickers. Some of them, like back here, are some of my stickers. Some of them are from Planner Kate and Fern Creek, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Lemon and Honey Studio, but I don't know what I was thinking I wanted to use in here. But anyway, I have that too. So those are all the stickers. I also have my planner. I have the 2 washi tapes that came out with the release, plus this older one. I really don't like writing on these, but I have found a couple pens that do write on them. Ballpoints are okay. It just doesn't write as smooth, and I don't love it. But what I do love are these washi, like the long washi that are in the back. So I thought maybe I would use those in the setup. I'm not totally sure, but maybe. And then I have this weekly spending tracker, which my friend bought this for me in the Austin store. And so I don't know if it comes this way when you buy it online, like with the sticker on the front. For sure, I don't think it has this. I think that's from the store, but it's just a spending tracker. I probably will use this a month at a time. I don't make this many purchases in a week. And I thought this would be great in the back of my folio. I do have all 3 new folio colors, but I brought this one out. I thought this one is the one that I would start the year with. Then I also have their sticky notes. I have the folio insert. I have the set of these that came out, but I just brought this one because I thought it looked cute with the eucalyptus. So I brought that. I have all the stickers that are in the back of the planner. Because I uncoiled, if you saw I'll talk about it in a minute, but because I uncoiled, I have all of these. I'm going to cut off the coil and put them in a notebook. I also have the monthly collection sticker book, and I have the classic collection sticker book. We'll see if I end up using these. I don't always. Kristen Kramer talks about these, and so I bought some. They're like sticky, like a sticky note, but they're like a clear pocket with a tab. And so I have this size that is, what size is this? This is a 5x8 size. And then, so I thought this would be good for my sticker sheets if I put them in the back. And then this one is like the size of a CD. In fact, it's showing that here. And I thought maybe this would even be better for some of like the freebies and things that I get. And I might put one of these in my planner. She puts them on like her cover. They look really, really handy. I got mine on eBay because they don't sell these anymore. And some are clear like this. Some are blue as like they're showing in this. And then I think they have another color too. But I like the clear, and I really like the color of the tab on the clear one. So I have both of those. And the last thing I brought over are these sticky notes, which I've shown, but each of the colors is a different type of sticky note. Like this is a habit tracker, lined, checklist, blank, grid, and dot grid on this one. So they're kind of cool. Little sticky note. All right, so let's get started. I do have it semi-planned out, but you know when you get into it and you kind of figure out what is better and what you're going to do. I also have all my dual tip markers. I get questions about this every time I show it. I had Victoria's Plan's brother. He has a 3D printing business, and he makes these pen holders. And I had him make it to the exact dimension of this spice rack. So this is a spice rack from Amazon, and it has 3 tiers. And so he made these spice racks for me, or he made these pen holders for me that will fit into the spice rack like this. And then you have this really cool 3-tiered system. So I have my dual tip markers, and then these are my black dual tips, and then these are mostly like highlighters up here. So yeah, it's really cool. I will leave his email below. I don't know if he has like an actual website or not. I know he has a Facebook group, but you just email him and let him know if you're interested in getting this. He also can cut them smaller so that they fit into the 3-tiered bag or the 3-pocket bag from Erin Condren, so you can zip it up. I also know Kristen Kramer is going to be selling them, and she came up with this idea, I think. So you can definitely get them from her when she starts selling them. I know she and her husband are trying to work on that. All right, let's talk about my planner. So I started thinking that I was going to be in the dashboard layout. I've talked about this in the past couple videos. And after working through their sampler book and using the dashboard layout a couple of times, I realized that it wasn't going to work for me. I think it's a great layout. I actually was so excited about it, and I think there's so many good things about it. But for me, it felt really complicated, and it felt a little chaotic to me, having the lists in different places and not being able to see my day at one time. And you guys probably know, if you watch my videos, that I have one of every layout. I did a whole video showing them all, and I need them for my sticker shop. I test stickers out in there. I do like faux layouts for different things, and I need to be able to make sure my stickers work and that they look good in the planners and that they're functional and necessary. And so I thought, well, I shouldn't be staying in a planner that doesn't work for me. And so I thought I would Frankenplan. So I'm going to put up a video here and we'll watch me Frankenplan. All right, the first thing I want to say is I do not ever recommend doing this. I have ruined so many planners, and I don't have a lot of faith that this is going to work out. But here we are. I did do a couple things off camera just because it's so frustrating to me to do it, to like try to keep my hair out of the camera, because I would have to like bend over these and my head would be in the way. And anyway, let me just explain to you what I have done. The first thing you do is you take off the covers. And then a lot of people recommend using clips or something like that to hold all your pages together. I'm not going to do that because I think it's a step that's unnecessary, honestly. But this was the coil on this one. And actually, I have actually already taken the coil off of another one with a silver coil. It had my 18-month on it. So I took this off of a third plan. I got crazy here and got 3 planners involved in this. But this came from another planner that had an 18-month coil on it. So I took that off because I really want the 18-month coil. So I'm going to use a silver coil this year. I haven't used a platinum coil for a long time, and I actually really like it. So I'm going to use that. And this is I hope it's the 18-month coil. Does it look bigger? I hope so. Anyway, this is what I'm using. And then what you do is I wrap this in. This is just pliers, and you don't want to not wrap it in. This is washi. But you don't want to not wrap it because it will totally destroy this. And I guess if there's no finish, it doesn't matter, but it still leaves, like, if you have this heavy duty tool, it will leave little teeth marks in this. And you're just going to take it underneath the coil right here and then twist it up. And then you kind of need to, as much as you can, I can never do a really great job, straighten it and try to make it match the same circle of the coil. This is not easy. I have to say it's not easy and it's not fun. And I would really recommend just buying the planner you want and not doing this. So that would be I have to say, that would be my suggestion. Then I already started to uncoil this one a little bit, but you're just going to twist it off. And you can see this one, I really didn't do as good of a job at getting it undone, but it seemed to be coming off okay. So you're just going to untwist it. When I was in college, I worked at it was called Print and Mail, and it was a place in my college that would make books. And my job was spiral binding. So I sat at the little spiral binding machine that actually like zooms this on to the planner, and then I would crimp this on, do this part, and I had pliers and I just crimped and twisted. And yeah, I did that all through college. That's how I paid for my way. But this is much harder doing it by hand. I actually have the machine that I use to punch these add-on pages and put them in. Actually has the part of the machine that will zip this on, but it won't work when this is not in perfect alignment. So if you have a new coil, which I actually have purchased coils, I'll show you one from Pel Spiral, Pel, I can't remember what their company, the second word in their company's name is. And from what I hear, that is actually the company that Erin Condren buys their coils from. So they have some of the multicolor coils, and they have other options, other color duos. They have last year's color that was like copper to blue, and they have this year's color, which is copper to purple, and then they have the first year's color, like the turquoise to pink. They have lots of fun ones, and they also have gold and silver, and they have different sizes. I have one here that's even bigger than this one, and it's like a coppery gold. I thought about using it, but I really love this bright color, and it's kind of the color of the Moxie Life coil or the, hold on, I'll get it. So this would make it super easy, and then you can actually just cut this off and throw it away. But you can see the difference in the color there. This one is like a coppery, more orangey gold, and this one's a more yellowy gold. They look the same in this lighting, but I promise they're not. I don't know how to show it to you. Maybe if I put it against white, can you see? Oh, it's like wrapped up. This one's brighter, and this one's like coppery. So, but you can also probably see how much bigger it is. So this is the 12-month. This is the 18-month, and then that's even bigger than the 18-month there. So you can buy bigger coils if that's a concern to you. And then this comes like, obviously perfectly in line because it's never been used before. I used to have quite a few of these that they actually sent this to me, and I don't know where they are because I was looking at just doing that. But it's also longer, so you'd have to cut it when it gets on. But that's an option for those of you who, this is really frustrating if you can tell it's not like perfectly in line. It never quite looks as good as the original. It never quite does. And that's one reason why I hesitate to do this. All right, I'm going to move these coils aside. And then the next thing we're going to do is start doing some rearranging. So like I said, I got that 18-month coil off of my vertical planner. And I also stole some note pages, I think like 4 or 5 notes pages from the back of that planner. And I'm going to put them in the planner I'm going to use. So I want the horizontal layout, but I want the colorful things from this planner. So I'm going to take this. Let's see. How's the best way to do this? I'm going to keep the pages I'm going to keep over here. Is that right? Here to there. And then I'm trying to decide if I want, this one says dashboard layout, and I know that's silly, but because it's not a dashboard layout, I kind of want to keep that with the dashboard. Nope. I'm going to steal that, and I'll just cover it up. This is what I'm keeping. This is what I'm getting rid of. So I want to get rid of all of these first pages and the January up to the January. So all of the front pages, because this is a January start, this one has the May and June pages printed on it. So I'm actually going to be sneaky and take these. I know that these aren't the same font, but I also will probably cover those up. And I think they're close enough that you won't tell. So I'm going to put those with that one and this with this one. And then I also am not going to recoil in all of those sample pages that I designed. I'm going to put these in with my last year's planner. So get rid of all of those. Okay, so now we're lined. Oh my goodness. Is this a January start? You are kidding me. I can't even use this because it's January 2026. I did all of that for nothing. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my goodness. I feel dumb. Let's see. Do any of these line up to... Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I kind of want to cry. I gotta just think for a second. I'm going to turn off the camera. All right. So, moral of the story, look what you have before you do this. I am not going to do this anymore because I can't. And so I'm just going to take this opportunity to move some things around. I think we're going to stay in the dashboard layout. And if it doesn't work for me, I'll order a horizontal. I don't know. I'm really, really bummed. I want to cry. There, and there, and then there. So all I'm doing now is trying to line this up. And I feel like once you get, I'm actually going to unload this. I feel like once you get the first couple in, it's really easy. So I am going to use the silver one. And then I just kind of wiggle this in to the first. And it does make it kind of get off balance, but that's okay. And then I tap it again as it's through. And it should be pretty easy to thread this. These first ones are always the hardest, and I do kind of just let mine go where it goes because this is curved, so if these are straight up, they actually don't go in as easy, which is one of the reasons why I don't like to use the clips, because I feel like I like mine, if you can tell, it's curved right here. It's curved, that's not showing. It's curved rather than straight, which makes this go in a little easier. That was like my worst nightmare. But, oh well, it's real life. And like I said in my video yesterday, that horizontal was everything that I wouldn't have chosen if I had known I wanted to use it, including a January start. So I think I wanted to show in that initial video where I was showing every layout that's possible and I was going through all the different planners, I wanted to show that you could choose right now a January start and you could choose a July start. And so this was the one that I chose to be that because I knew there's no way I was switching into it. And here we are. So I am just going to embrace simplicity in this and see if I can make it work a little bit better for me. I feel like this week when I was just using the left side of the page with the days as only a to-do list, it was much better than when I was trying to put my schedule down. But the problem with that is there's absolutely no schedule on my days then. There's not a place for a daily list if I do it like that. And it's just too chaotic with so many to-do lists. So we'll see if the left side or the right side dashboard actually, like the to-do list page is enough to-dos for me. But I have a feeling that it's not going to be enough for me. But maybe, it might be. See how it's getting easier as I go up higher. I really don't recommend this. I really, really, really don't. So it's a pain in the neck. And, oh, you know what? I always like to have this side that they did on the top, and I forgot. And so I'm going from the bottom up. And so the top is at the bottom. And I just like that because I usually ruin the coil a little bit where I'm doing it. And so I prefer it to be on the bottom of the planner rather than the top. But at this time, there's no way I'm uncoiling this again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, you guys. Let me finish this up and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to do that top. All right, so you can see I didn't use clips or anything. I feel like I have just as easy of a time as when I do have clips on. It's not any easier. So, okay. So I like to kind of squeeze that back in because I pull it apart when I'm taking it off. And then for this side, I try to go back to the same because there's a little notch where they had it where it didn't go on very good. And I take it and then you are just going to turn it down. And here's where you're going to see that I'm really not very good at this. And also it's much easier when you're not trying to get it on camera. So turn it down. It's also a lot easier for the Erin Condren people because there's a tool, when it's long like this, it pinches it and curves it in for you. And that's what they're using. Where this one, you're trying to like reshape it and get it back in line. And it just, I never can do it very well. So, all right, that's not too bad. Okay, so there, it's back together again. That was such a fail. That was such a fail and so stupid of me. So as you can see, I realized after taking everything apart that I have a January start horizontal. I don't know why I ordered that, because obviously next July I'm going to be going into the new design, whatever they come up with. But I was so frustrated with myself, I almost cried, and I couldn't believe I did that. But because of that, I have done a little bit of a Frankenplanned planner here, and I talked about it on stories yesterday. So July through December, because I didn't have a horizontal, is my hourly planner. And I do love this. It's always my default. If I can't figure out what planner I want, I will just go to hourly, and I know it works. And I always like the way my layouts turn out. And I think it's a beautiful, it's probably my favorite of all their layouts. I just like to try different things. But when I was using that sampler pack, I fell in love with the horizontal. So because my horizontal started in January, I have the hourly through December. And then in January, I do start with the horizontal, and it is minimal. I thought that I would want a colorful horizontal, but I didn't realize these boxes are fully colored in, which when I'm putting my decor in there and it's colored in, the clash stands out a lot more, and it's harder to cover this up. And so I'm actually glad that I have the minimal, and I do have the minimal in the hourly. This is actually last year's version. It's the, I can never remember the name of the minimal from last year, but I really, really like it. So here we have colorful tabs with hourly and then horizontal for the second half of the year. And then I did add in quite a few notes pages in the back. This is just about the amount that you get if you do an add-on. You can do an add-on of notes pages to get extras. So I don't know if I'm going to need all of those notes pages, and if not, I'll not use them, but they're there. The only thing I've done in this planner so far is I did plan out my week because I needed to use my planner. So here is an hourly layout. I think it's so cute. I really, really like the way it turns out. I just needed to be able to see my day at a glance and what's going on that day and what appointments I have. And it just was so hard for me to see in the dashboard. It was too confusing for me. I know that so many of you are loving it, and I see beautiful layouts, and I've had so many people tell me that it's just perfect for them and that it's their ideal planner. So I don't want to disparage it by any means, and maybe in the future it will be just what I need too. But right now, when I have so many different things going on in my life, I really can't have everything in so many different places because I can't coordinate things on my day. While I was doing the whole uncoiling and coiling, I did add in last year's, it was called Canvas. The minimal from last year's Canvas is vellum, and I put my vellum right before January. I don't know why I did this, but I just thought it would be a fun way to separate the day. So this is the one that came with this planner, and then this is the one that came with Canvas from last year. And I put this in here too. Hold on, let me move this. But I kind of like the way the little polka dots look on top of this printed page. So yeah, anyway, I don't know why I did that. I had it, and so I did it. I almost put in the colorful Edavi folder in here too, but I thought maybe I would get sick of it. So all right, let's get started. People tell me that it's just perfect for them and that it's their ideal planner. So I don't want to disparage it by any means, and maybe in the future it will be just what I need too. But right now, when I have so many different things going on in my life, I really can't have everything in so many different places because I can't coordinate things on my day. So anyway, there is that. So let's get started on, now that we're 18 minutes in, let's actually get started diving into this. hopefully I can edit that down so it's not 18 minutes right now. While I was doing the whole uncoiling and coiling, I did add in last year's, it was called Canvas. The minimal from last year's Canvas is vellum. And I put my vellum right before January. I don't know why I did this, but I just thought it would be a fun way to separate the day. So this is the one that came with this planner, and then this is the one that came with Canvas from last year. And I put this in here too. Hold on, let me move this. But I kind of like the way the little polka dots look on top of this printed page. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I had it, and so I did it. I almost put in the colorful Edavi folder in here too, but I thought maybe I would get sick of it. So, all right, let's get started. The first thing that you always do in a planner is put on your name or write in your name. Usually on this page, I just write it, but I have these stickers that I made. I really just wrote it on the bottom of this little page, took a picture, and then traced it out in my design software and made these stickers for myself. So like I said, if you are interested in having your name done, I will be doing a giveaway for 5 of you. Tell me that you're interested in having your name done in the comments, and I will pick 5 of you to do this for. So first page done. I don't think I'll add anything to this. And I was going to white out dashboard layout or cover it up somehow, but I think it's kind of funny to know that what happened with me and think back on, oh, that was when I thought I was going to use that. All right, this is a really fun page that we're going to do, and I'm so excited about it. Every year, if you've seen me do this setup, I usually have this be my kids' school calendar. And so I decided this year I was going to actually make a kit for myself to do it, and I thought maybe you guys would want to use it as well. It is for sale now. Just search for SCK or School Calendar Kit. That's what that stands for. And it's a 2-page thing. It comes together. You can't buy one or the other. They come in a set. And this one is the first day, last day. So usually I just put like a blank sticker page on here, just like white, to get rid of these. Because these months here are actually not in this planner. And they also it's July 2026 through December 2026. So the school calendar is the rest of it. And so this sticker here is one big sticker. You can use this for your, what I plan on doing is I usually put a picture of my kids on the first day and then the last day of school on here, and then I will just glue them down. But you could also do a scripting. You could do like a cute little story of the first day, or write in your kids' favorite things or something like that. So it just covers up those months. And then on the other page of the kit here, you have this cute little pencil washi, which I'm so excited about, that you could put anywhere, but I'm going to put it down here. And so this page just comes together really cute. And then a title for the school calendar, which I'm going to put at the top up here. This would be really cute for teachers too. And then these months are just to cover up, obviously, the months here. So I'm going to put these down. And these are not Erin Condren colors. They actually match my latest back to school kit. Another really cute thing you can do is get the decor sheet that goes with that, and you can decorate this page. And I may do that as well. But it has like cute backpacks and different school supplies and stuff like that. Yeah, that was fun. This just makes this page functional. I know if you're like me, this page seems like it would be a great use for different trackers and things, but I rarely look back on this if I don't have something like this set up. That just helps me. I don't know. I don't usually like plan in it, if that makes sense. Like month after month, I'm not going to this to look at the month and what's happening and how the year's laid out. But if something like this is set up at the beginning of the year, I look at this all the time to see when my kids don't have school, when they have spring break, when they get off for Christmas, when, all of those sorts of things. I'm looking at this all the time. And so I just love having this here. Another thing that I recommend buying with this is they're my clear dots. And so you can mark when the different days that they have off are. and I always make a key. So you have room up here to write a key if you want to with those clear stickers, and then you can mark it. I usually, in fact, I'm just using the one from last year. This is the key I made last year. This is a tip-in from Planner Perfect, but you could use just a piece of cardstock. And then I added in this coil clip from Erin Condren. I'm pretty sure they still sell them. I actually think I cut this one. Oh no, this is just a small coil clip. And then I have the colors here for the different, this is my key. And I'll just clip it in when I'm done. And then this is here being the key for this page. But I'm going to take it off while I'm going to use this to mark my different days. I have my kids' school calendars here, but isn't that cute? I just think that's so cute, and I'm so excited to have their first day and last day on here to archive that, and I think it's just, and it came together so fast, and it's so fun. So this is what I usually do with this page. Let me get the decor sheet too, because we might add some things on. So this is the decor sheet. I definitely recommend getting this decor sheet to go with this, but you have the cute pencils. I might not add these on until I put my pictures on, but I probably will like put the picture on, and then I can add, you know, this sticker kind of overlapping on top of their picture, but I need to leave room for that for now. But I recommend getting this, and then you can decorate up here if you want with it, but I'm probably going to keep my stickers here. You know what my favorite thing is? This giant school bus. It's so cute. It probably wouldn't fit on this page because this does take up a lot of space, but yeah, I'd recommend getting this just for this page and, you know, different pages. It's such a cute, cute decor sheet. The next thing I need to do here is actually use this calendar to mark the different days. I may speed this up because it might take a while, or maybe I'll do this off screen later, but just to show you a little bit, because I don't think you guys need to watch me do every single thing. So these are my transparent dots, and I've obviously used quite a few because I used them last year. But I just take them. So for example, the first day I used this color here, and the first day of school for our area is August 12th. So I take these and then I would just put it on top of the day like this. And then I can look, you know, at a glance of what days are happening here. And then I would have this clipped in here. And then I might put it up here so it's not covering my kid's picture. But yeah, then I can just look at what's happening here and have this key. I'm going to do this page later with the calendar. I'll fill that out, but I just wanted to show you that cute kit. All right, next up with this is going to be house projects for me. We have a lot of things we want to do. We bought a house that is not too old, but it definitely has some things that we want to upgrade and do differently in here. So all I really want to do in this page is put a title down and then use these month stickers. These are my favorite month stickers. They're called my doodle months. It's number 121. If you search 121, they should pop up. And I think they're just so cute. I made those, I think I did those for my very first Advent, and I loved the way that they turned out so much that I've done several things since then that look similar. I also have these cute months. This is number 9, one of my first sticker kits I ever did. My sticker sheets used to only be my handwriting. And so I wrote these several years ago when I first started my sticker shop. They're still to this day probably my most popular sticker that's ever sold. So it gets a lot of love. I'm looking for some of my titles. I need to figure out a way to organize my stickers in a little bit better way. I usually just shove them into whatever sticker book I have available, but I need to organize them by different kinds, like put my scripts together and put all my redating together and put all my alphabets together and my decor sheets together, and that would make it a little bit easier. So what I'm looking for right now is just some title scripts. So I have those, but I thought I had a different one that I wanted to use. It was like a freebie I made, and I loved the font on it. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, this was a freebie I gave out years ago, and it was to thank people for joining my Facebook group. Anything that I'm showing here that might have been a freebie or I'm going to white that out. That might have been a freebie, or it might have been something that was in an advent. I'm always willing to take suggestions, or if it's something that you want to see available in the shop, just let me know. All right, I'm just going to white this out because I don't want this to cover up these boxes. But in order to cover this up, which I wish they wouldn't add this, I don't feel like we need those words on here. Really, like, I don't understand it because some of us, it makes it sound like it's supposed to be like a goals page, which I get that, but some of us want to use it for different things or school. I know some people use this for the school calendar. By the way, I use the Tombow Mono, this one, and I find it's the closest match to Erin Condren's paper that I have been able to find. It's not a perfect match, but it's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to add this here, and then I'm going to use these ones and just add the boxes on here. By the way, I think this is the one that's for sale right now. This was in my advent, but I added it to this, and it does have this cute house projects here, which I love this font too a lot. But I just wanted this one because it's been sitting in there for so long. All right, I'm going to use my little tweezers. These are from Laurel Denise, and they are a little like curved at the end, like they're warped, and so it pokes holes in my stickers. It's like really pokey, and it's not going straight. It's like the curved at the end. So I don't know if I probably did it I probably ruined them somehow, but you know what? I want to add in some of the hexagon before I put this down. So because I make my own stickers, and I'm given these every year when I do the review. I think that they gave this to me at least. Maybe they didn't. I think that they did. But I never end up using these. And so I'm wondering if these cute washi underneath would match and look cute in here. I could use these little hexagons with it, but I feel like they're not big enough. Let me try out these washi because I feel like that would be a cute addition. So I think July, let's see if they fit. Oh, and they fit. Perfect. Okay, good. I am going to do this just to add some fun color into this. So July, August is like a yellow. They don't really have the colors for each month, but I'm just going to try to get some bit of the color in every month. So I'm going to trying to decide how I want to actually do this. I'm going to go down July, August, and then September is like purple. So I'm going to grab this one. August, and then October is it's orange, but I think this one might be kind of fun because it looks well, I don't know. Does that look awful? I'm going to put this in November. And then I'm going to grab one of these brighter ones for October. I wish they would have done this in the colors for the month. October, November, and then December is green, so we'll grab one of these. December, January. January is the blue color, which this isn't a great match, but it'll work. January, and then February, I definitely want to get one that has some pink in it. I'm surprised so many of these are cool toned. It would have been nice to have some, I don't know, they just have those really cute hexagon patterns that are on the tab pages for each of the months. And it would have been kind of cool if they would have used those for these. Okay, so February, and then March is green. March, April is like a periwinkle. I find myself hoarding these books, and so I have like 10 years worth of these books. Oh, I don't like that those are like exactly the same. This is January. So I'm going to peel these up. And I'm going to use this one instead. It's a better match for January anyway. But yeah, I find myself hoarding these books. So I have them year after year and I don't ever use them. And I mean, I get that I have a sticker shop and so I'd prefer using the things that I make to Erin Condren's, and I don't love Erin Condren stickers. I don't think they're the best stickers, but these are cool, like washi stickers. Okay, so we have January, February, March, April, and then May is peach. Dang it, there's no peach. Okay, I'm going to use this January one. Well, I don't want to. I'm going to use this purpley one. It at least has some like warm pinky tones to it. And then June is like a turquoise, so I'll use this one. It's not a perfect match, but I do think it's fun and it adds a lot of fun color to this page. And then I might cover this up with some of the hexagon stickers too. Okay, so now back to this. We are going to use the July. And then I'm going down, August. Oh, this looks really cute. August, September, October, let's see, November. Is this driving you nuts that I'm just picking wherever on this and it not going in order? November, it's kind of driving me nuts. That's why I said that. November, and then this is last year's December, by the way. It will be updated if you get it now with the new December, but honestly, last year's December looks cute with this year's December, and I find that if you look at this, it does have some of the last year's December with the new apple green, so I feel like you can still use last year's stuff just fine. December, and then January, February, March. I actually think these turned out pretty cute, like the washi with the colors of the month. They look just fine. April, that one's super cute with that washi. And then May, this is the one that I didn't have. I should have put purple with October because I just think that looks Halloween-y. But this looks okay too. And there's kind of peachy colors in this one, a little bit. May, and then finally June. Okay, so every month we just have a few little house projects we want to work on. So I'll go back and just add in some dots with my clean color dots. In fact, I'll do it right now. I have these 2 drawers of clean color dots. This one's my warm colors and my cool colors. And then I will just take the closest color I have to the month. So maybe this one for July, and just add dots in to the different days. August, the yellow. And, you know, we may not do this many house projects, but I do have quite a few things that I want done. There's nothing major or really pertinent, but we've been really neglecting it. We've been so busy with the business that I do feel like we've been a little bit neglectful to some of our house projects. My husband's really handy. I've shown on my stories before, but he's built me some really beautiful entertainment centers and different things. And I have a little honey-do list for him that just of littler things. Our laundry room has like these wire shelves in them that I hate because our stuff falls through them. And I don't know why they chose those, but that's what was in here when we moved in. And yeah, I just want to, I can't remember what color this is. No. Yeah, I just want to update it. For November, the actual one that matches, I think, the best is this metallic, which is gorgeous, but I don't want to bring metallic in, but look how pretty this is. Oh, I just love that color. It's so, maybe I will. I'm going to do it anyway. The metallic ones are like my favorite of the clean color dots, but you can't write on them. So if you're using it as a checklist, they're not as good at, these are very similar. I should have just used the July one. All right, and then December is like an apple green, but I'm going to use this brighter green since that's what I used there. Like the old, this used to be a really good match for the old December green. I'm struggling finding like apple green colored things. Like I have this green I have this like limey green, which was the perfect match last year. This one's like a highlighter. This one, maybe this would be a good match for the new green. Yeah, that's it. So I think this one would be a great match. There are several greens. There's also a beautiful metallic green that's gorgeous. Okay, for January, I'm going to use this one, which this isn't really the cute January color, but it looks wintry to me. Okay, February is pink. It's actually like a bright magenta pink. Oh, hold on, I think I'm gonna do the brighter magenta pink. These are my favorite things, so I do have, I think, most of them, if not all of them. I also recently bought, this is actually a really good color for the pink of February in Erin Condren. I did buy the new they're not called clean color dots, but I bought the new dot markers from Mildliner, and I've been testing those out. They're really pretty. Now this green is going to be a little bit more of a struggle. Do I have a pastel-y green? I might just use this one. This is from their mild colors, I think is what it's called, and they don't have the marker on the other side. This is not a good match, but it's okay. April is like a periwinkle purple. I'm going to use this one. And then we have the peachy color, which I used this for October. I don't really have a good orange. It's like a peach color, but I think it looks cute with October, but it's my closest thing to a peach too. So I'll use it for May again. And then lastly, we have June. I'm going to use this brighter turquoise color, which I think I said would be good for the apple green, but it's also pretty good for June. June and the new December are actually not that far off in color. So there is my house projects page. The only thing that I kind of want to do is add some stickers over there. I don't like that it says house projects adds up to big results. That's weird. So I'm trying to see if there's something that I could use to cover it in this. I certainly have decor stickers I could use. Oh, look. There. They do have some. They're just not in that washi material. Do they only have 6? Maybe they only have 6 of those anyway. I wonder if I could do like with these washi stickers. What if I made like just a fun little ski wampus? You can kind of see what it says underneath, but it's not that bad, is it? You know what I should have done is white it out before I put these down. I'm going to do that. I also could just white it out and call it good, but I can see the white out a little bit and it bugs me. I always feel like I have to cover it. Okay. I don't know if this is weird or cute. I can't decide, but we're gonna go with it and call it good. And I feel really good about myself for using some of these stickers. I'm not great at using them. So I like Erin Condren stickers. Like I like the idea of them. And so I always want to get it, but I don't think they're the best quality. And I don't think that their designs are super functional, but I do think that this year they thought a little bit through it a little bit more, like stuff like this, like the washi actually fits on the boxes. Where in the past I felt like it didn't actually fit on the boxes. Do I have any more in here? I don't think so. Oh, yes, I do. Let's bring in, I just want to bring in a few more colors. Like it's ending, I feel like it's off center, so I just want to bring in a pink. Is it off center or is it perfect? I don't know, but I still want to add a pink in. And so I'll just fill this in as the month comes and goes. This is going to be kind of long. When I was recoiling and uncoiling, I did add in like 2 notes pages back here. Most of you in your planner have a May and a June monthly here, which you could cover if you want to. I did these on Canvas. So this is just a free thing on Canvas, and you can add in all your own pictures. So I added in a bunch of family pictures. I put in some things that we want to do in here. This is supposed to be like the vision board, but really my vision board this year is I want to spend more time with my family. I want to stop working so much. My sticker shop really does take up so much of my time, and so I put just family pictures in here. I did put a couple things in, like back here you can't really see, but it's a picture of a closet. That's one of the big projects I want done. My closet is just kind of a mess. We're also going to New York this year. This is a scale. I'm trying to hit my goal weight. I put some healthy eating in here, some scriptures. That's actually my son holding his scriptures that I want to read scriptures. We have a bucket list of going to Hawaii, like it's as a family. We used to live there, and so I want to take my kids back. I've taken my 2 oldest back, but I haven't taken the other ones. But my daughter's coming home this year in September, and so we kind of wanted to go. And this is a fruit tree. We have a lot of fruit trees in our backyard, but I want to add a couple more. So that was something that I added in. What else? I don't know. There's just kind of some vision, but it's mostly family because that's like my main thing. So I just printed these on sticker paper. You can just get sticker paper on Amazon and do it yourself. It's really hard when it goes to the very edge like this, though. And yes, I could have done it so I actually had an edge, but I was trying to be fast. And I figured this is how you guys would probably do it. Most of you guys don't have a cutting machine that would cut stickers with a border. Okay, so just fold it down a little bit. If you want, you can just take it off. I cut them so they're almost exactly the size of this page, and I just did it on Canva. I just said I wanted a 7x9-inch sticker paper, I told it to resize this vision board. This is just a vision board on Canva. It's already done like this. This and this page, if you can't tell, are the same. And so I just copied this to another page, and then I took the vision board part off and added one more picture here. So you guys could totally do that. And I put a bunch of words in that I want to kind of emulate in the next year. Peace, endure, still, joy, create, renew, travel, faith, home, family, love, wellness, gather. So those are just some words that I feel like kind of emulate what I want to see this next year. So I just thought this was a fun, kind of easy thing that you could do. And I just did it. I have like high quality printers for my sticker shop. And I just used my regular printer for this. So, because I wanted you to see what it would look like for you. I cannot do these. So just turn up your printer to like the highest quality and it should print it pretty good. I mean, honestly, if you want, you could go get it printed at a printer shop and just glue it in and then you'd have a better quality. But this isn't that important to me. Okay, so again, I kind of line it up to the bottom and what I want to cover. And then you can lay it down on the top and then just pull it down and it should go straight on. And this is how I do my other stickers that I sell, full page stickers, which you'll see. So there's a cute little vision board that you could easily do just free on Canva. And this is a very layout that they have tons. Just search vision board and there's a ton of free vision boards on there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this page, but I think this might be my annual goals. I might do that, but I'm not going to do that today. I haven't decided totally what I'm going to do, but I'm really excited about this vision board. And then it starts in January. So on this page, I am going to make a monthly weight tracker. That's I know that is like triggering to some people. I've been on a weight loss journey for 2 years now. I'm losing very slowly, but I have lost a significant amount of weight, just like half a pound a week, sometimes 0 pounds a week. But it's been significant because it's added up over 2 years. So I just want to add on these monthly weight trackers, not necessarily because I have a ton of weight to lose, but because I want to at least maintain my weight and keep track of that. Because I've worked hard over the last couple of years, I want to make sure that I keep that goal up and maintain it. So this page on every month will be my monthly weight tracker. It will have like a graph and then like a daily weigh-in, which I get that that's not for everyone, but I will make it available. It's not done, which is why I don't have that, but I'm going to keep that here and it's going to go every single month. All right. I am going to work on my months here in a sec. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, but I think I'm going to flip first to the back and on my notes pages. I have a bunch of full page stickers that I sell and there will be more coming, like the weight tracker and stuff. But these are ones that I know where I want them to go, and I'm going to put them down. So the first, actually 3, are going to be my ideal week. I only have one here to show you. I need to get the other 2 printed. They were actually purchased, and so I've got to print more for myself. But this is, and the reason why I want to do 3 is because it seems like every season I need a new one. And so I want one for the summer season, for the fall, like beginning of school year, September through December. And then, we have new activities that start with January through the end of the school year, like volleyball or different things that are seasonal. And so I like to have 3, one for the summer, one for the first half of the school year, one for the second half of the school year. And so I'm going to do the same thing. So just fold it down. All right. And I just put those down the same way that you saw me do the pictures in the front. So it looks really nice. And so this will be 3 times. This one's going to be my summer ideal week. And then I need to get 2 more for those pages. And then this is going to be kind of house stuff. So we have a cleaning routine for this side and home projects for this side. This is going to be a little different than the other one because this is going to be by room. So I'm going to think about like in my kitchen what I want to get done and, the different rooms. And then I can take these and assign them to the months when we want to get stuff done. I can figure out what I can do each month. And because my sticker paper is removable, it's really easy to put down. So I'm actually just going to freehand this rather than do it the other way. So I just do the same thing, line up the bottom, and then it goes down nice. But whichever way it's more comfortable for you, you can put down. And I'm not going to fill these out today, but I'll probably show them filled out on my account later. So, oops. So this is the cleaning routine. And I just line it up to the lines. I just put it slightly below the line, but you can kind of see the line so you can make it straight. And then the cleaning routine will go there. So this is kind of home. The next one is going to be reading. So on this side, I'm going to do scriptures, and on this side, I'm going to do books. I have a couple different book trackers, one that looks like a bookshelf. And then I'm actually using the other one this year because I don't read as much as those. The bookshelf has a lot of books on it. So if you are a big reader, and it would be kind of fun to see them all colored in and laid out like that, which I did last year and I loved it, but I was reading a lot more last year. I wasn't quite as busy. Scripture tracker, and then on this side, I'm going to put this one. So this one still has the cute books. There's just not quite as many of them. But what I like about this one, it says books to read, so you can write down the book, and then you can mark here if you've got to it, if you actually ended up reading it, and the rating. So I just think that's kind of nice. It's not necessarily everything I read, so I can keep track of recommendations and things, and then actually when I read it on there. So if I'm not reading quite as much, I do get recommended a lot of books, and I want to remember them. So this one is going to be health. So on this side, I'm going to do my workout tracker. And this is just kind of for my own information. I don't love trackers, honestly. I'm kind of a perfectionist, but I'm also not perfect at doing things. And so seeing something that is not fully filled out just makes me feel bad about myself. But this one I feel like I can look at because I feel really good about my workouts, that I can see, okay, I did 5 days that week or whatever. These also, this one starts July, August, September, but you can also get these January start if that's more your thing. And then this one is a weekly weigh-in. So there's 52 scales here, and you can just write your week in. So another way for me to keep track of it, which I get is not for everyone, but it is for me. Okay, these are what I'm going to use for my bucket list. And I showed you I had those bucket list things that I gave out with my Advent a couple years ago. And that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm going to take these off, and each page is going to be a bucket list for each season. So I'm going to start with the summer, and they just have these cute titles like this. There's some decor on here. I want to do this with my kids, so I'm not going to totally fill this out. I'm just going to put these down to save the page, and then I'm going to make the bucket list with my family, and we're going to work through these different bucket list things. Winter. Let me know, like I said, these were with my Advent, and so I don't know that I ever made them for sale. But if you are interested in these titles, just let me know, and I can make kits for you with them. All right, so there are the bucket list pages, and I probably will just use clean color dots on here and actually just write it out. And I might do like cute little doodle border or something on it. All right, this is going to be a different video, but it's going to be how I menu plan on these 4 pages. This is also going to be some new pages. I want to do an ideal month for work and an ideal month for home. And this is just going to be work deadlines, my sticker shop deadlines, when I need to get things done each month. And this one is going to be for the home, things we need to get done each month, like, I don't know, cleaning the floors, or I don't know what we want to get done. The rest of these notes pages I haven't totally figured out. I know that I want to do something monthly back here, like whether it's memories or whatnot. And I have these new sticker sheets, these ones that I wanted to use on here. I just want to figure out what I'm doing before I put them down. But I have transparent here, and they're just like these big months, and I just think it will be really cute. I thought maybe I might do a daily gratitude or something back here, but for sure my last page, these last page are just for, I have go to monthly church meetings that I wanted to use these back pages for, because our secretary always gives us a agenda when we go to those meetings. And so I have this piece of paper that I usually write on, and I'll put like the task that I was assigned at the meeting on that page. And then I inevitably lose that page every single time. So I'm going to have one of these for every month. Maybe that's what I'll use those for, just so I can have like, here's October's assignments. So back here, that's what that will do. So I'll figure those pages out later, but that's what I'm going to be using those notes pages for. All right, the next thing I want to do is do my monthly. So like I said, this is going to be a weight tracker for me. This one, I do have really cute monthly kits every month, and I love them. Let me show you what they look like. And I know a lot of people just love, this is last year's, oh no, that's not. This is actually my decor stickers, the ones that match the month, in case you want to do that. And here it is again. Let's see. Here's a month where I actually used my kit that is for the month. So it's, you can tell it's kind of changes. This one goes with the Erin Condren colors, and this is what I'm going to be doing. And this one doesn't go with the Erin Condren colors. It's more like fun, like this one. You know, it's not, they're just really cute. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love them. I actually need to be able to just set up the monthlies. I just want to set them all up at the beginning of the year and just not worry about it. And so that's what I'm going to do this year. So if you want to do that too, I do sell these redating kits if you want to make them so that they are a Monday start, or I actually have them for Sunday start if you just like the look of them. And then I have all of these stickers, like the functional ones, and then I have the matching decor stickers as well that go with these, so you can actually decorate and make it cute. So I'm going to go through, we're just going to do July together, and I'm probably going to do the other ones off screen so you don't have to watch me set up everything. So I need to get the July stuff. So that would be this one, and then I need the July page here. You can see little highlighter marks, by the way, because I was finding a highlighter that would go with each month. I was trying to find one that would match. So I have the July here, and then I need the July sticker kit here, which is this one. I think I decided this one would be my highlighter. So the first thing I want to do, because I am changing this to a Monday start, I need to mark that this is a weekend. And that's really important to me because I forget, and it gets complicated and confusing to me. So I'm just going to take my highlight, and I'm actually going to draw a box around the weekend days just so I can know for myself what I'm writing in. It just helps me, because I know if you live in America, I've heard that other countries don't do this start day, but if you live in America, you're probably used to seeing calendars that have the Sunday start. That was this highlighter. I have to fix that. All right, let's see if I can push and do it a little bit better up here. I feel like it's better. So I just have to push down. So this, by the way, is from Erin Condren. It's the color Cornflower, and it's with their, whatever kit this was, Inspire, I think. And so they're still available, these highlighter sets. And they were on sale, so I'm assuming that they still are, but they have good colors. The only problem I have with Erin Condren's colors from year to year is that there can be a cornflower one year that is not the same color as cornflower the next. And so just beware as you're using them that, yeah, this cornflower matches, and it may match every year. I just can't guarantee that it will. I'm going to get this Monday Start Redating Kit, and I'm just going to put it down. It goes to the very edge of your page, just FYI. And then it goes over. Okay, so yeah, line it up to the edge of the page or the edge of your coil. So July is this like navy color, but I love bringing in the blues down here. Okay, so there is that. The next thing I need to put down are all of these numbers, and this is the part I always mess up. So it used to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So the first, I need to scoot everything over one that way. All right, mine are a little ski-wampus. When I'm trying to film, I can't like get on top of my planner to see how things are lining up. So ignore any ski-wampus numbers, but there is the first half, and now I'm gonna do this side of the page. And if you can hear my kids outside, they're outside swinging and screaming. They're like, I mean, they're not, I shouldn't say screaming, but they are excitedly talking loudly to each other. And they're having a lot of fun. So I don't want to go out and be like, be quiet, I'm filming. Because you know what? If they're outside playing instead of being on screens, I just want to encourage it because my goodness, it's hot here in Vegas. We were 111 yesterday. And so it's hard. It's hard for me to be like, get off your screen and go outside when it's just too hot to be outside right now. So anytime if they are out there in the morning before it gets too hot, I just feel like I have to just let them go and let them be happy and have fun and move their bodies. So I hope you don't mind if you can hear my kids like squealing and stuff outside. They're being cute with each other, but it is kind of loud. I almost just went downstairs or just went outside to be like, you guys need to be quieter. I'm filming. And then I just second guessed myself and thought, nope, this has to come second to my kids, and I can't make them not be kids because I have to film. But if you can hear, I'm really sorry if it's annoying. Okay, now I'm just going to white out these holidays. If I could choose anything, it would be that they wouldn't put holidays in here anyway. But also, they're on the wrong days now. But a lot of these, and maybe it is my ignorance. I don't even know what this holiday is. Ashura? You have to tell me if you celebrate that. I'm not sure what that is, or if I even said it wrong. I probably said it wrong. All right, the next thing I want to do is actually bring the holidays that I do celebrate in, and I made these new, I called them like my washi tape stickers, and they are available in 2 sizes. These are the A5 size, and I did that because I just want them to go next to the number. So for this month, there's only one holiday that I have in here, and it's just the 4th of July. So this one, and I'm just going to put it right here. And I did it in the lighter blue. So every kit has like 2 colors kind of in it, a lighter color and a darker. And so that's why that one's in. So these are the lighter colors, just so you could see the writing a little bit better. Okay, so the 4th of July sticker is there. And then I am going to bring this in. And I only put the month on here so that you can use it from year to year. So sometimes it doesn't cover, if it's a shorter month, the year. So like this one wouldn't cover both. So that's when I get the decor stickers. And I will do some layering. I think I want the firework up here at the top. Yeah, I'm going to put it right here. And then I can put July on top of that. I have a cute little header up there. And then I'm just going to add in some of these other stickers on here. I'm going to put this banner up at the top up here. You probably can tell that I love banners. I put them in so many of my decor sheets. I just think that they add kind of a fun little whimsy to. I want to actually put this on the 4th of July. And then I'm going to put a flag down here. And, you know, these boxes right here don't have anything. And I kind of want to cover up that whited out number. So USA. So that's what I do here. And then when I have different events, I will actually write them on here. And sometimes for these boxes fit these exactly. And so sometimes for a holiday like this, I'll actually put this down first to kind of mark that out. That's what those are for. And I will do the rest of these later. I'm actually going to go through and do all of the months and just have them ready to go so I can start writing in now and put things in right now. So I love these kits because they just go with the Erin Condren colors and they look so cute. Like here's last year's. You can see here I did the 4th of July and I added the full box in. I had a banner last year too. But it just turns out so cute and I just love it. I just love the way that these turn out. These last year stickers are still available. They're called version 1, I think is what I called it. And then this year is version 2. And they match because they match the Erin Condren colors. So you can actually get both if you want to get 2. But you can bring them into this page, which I actually am going to have kits for this as well that match. They should be out with the next release. I had requests for that. So then you can set all those up too. I'm actually not going to use my functional ones, the ones that match. I'm going to use my full kits because I love my new kits. And I do want this to be a little bit more fun each month. I'm not just matching the colors, but I want this to be a little bit more unique. So these are my actual kit ones. I mean, it kind of matches this just because I did seasonal, but this is my kit with like the red and white and blue florals, and this one goes with it. So this is what I'm going to be using. They're my DBNs, which dashboard new. These are my new Erin Condren 7x9 kits, and they just look so cute and they're really easy. I redesigned them from last year. Last year I had boxes that actually like completely covered these 4 boxes, and I just decided those of us who are using Erin Condren, we love Erin Condren because we love the paper. And so it's kind of a shame to use these big boxes to cover everything up and not being able to enjoy just writing on the paper. The only full box I have is this one, and it's mostly because some people love, I have option to have a book tracker down here or a habit tracker or this lined one. You could also, if you do want to write on it, you can slice it right here and just have this little header. But I'm going to use the full box because I want the stars. And like that. And then this header goes over here. So it's not covering up very much of the paper at all, just these cute headers. And then I do have this full checklist here that can line up here. Actually, I'm going to line it up from the top, which you could use or not use. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just don't care enough to put this, but I do like the look of the red, white, and blue colors coming in with the pink. It's pretty cute. Okay. And then I have this one that can go here if you want, but I'm not going to use that one because I'm going to do something else in that box. At least I think. Not 100% sure. But this is my new dashboard kit. It's also more affordable because it's just one page. And I just think it's so cute and I'm so much more excited about it. So, oh, and then I have these little cute, which I will put these down. These are just little covers for those circles, which you could use or not use. You could also use them in other places. You could use them, in any line if you don't want to cover these circles up. They can be used in so many different ways. And then it comes with 4 different paper clips as well, which I think is really cute to make these look like they're clipped on like this. Let's see, with that one I'm going to do red, and then paper clips should go this way, right? So like that. And I just think that looks cute. I'm going to use a light blue one for up here. And then I have all these titles to go into here. So I am going to do work over here. I'm going to use to-dos up here. And then I'm not totally sure what I'm going to use here. So I'm just going to leave that blank for now. And that is what I'm doing here. This is going to be monthly goals, which I will set up when I do actually do my monthly. I probably shouldn't have done all that to show you my monthly. And then, like I said, this is my hourly. This is the kit that matches this one. So yeah, there will be, every month there will be one of these dashboard things. They come out 2 months in advance. So definitely I recommend getting them when they release if you're wanting something for a month, because my shipping time, I know it's slower than other companies. I feel like my stuff is just as good. And I'm a designer. I've been a designer for 15 years. So I feel like my designs are just as cute. But I don't have employees. And I mean, I get that that's something that you just have to know when you shop with me, is that my shipping time, if you do it during a release, can be up to 2 weeks, or it's like 10 business days. So we try to beat that. We really, really, really try, but we go as fast as we can and we do as much as we can as fast as we can. So just know I release it 2 months in advance for a reason, so that we can make sure that you get it in time. And if you order 2 weeks before the date, we might be able to get it to you in time, but there's a chance that it might get to you a couple days late. So just be aware. If that doesn't matter to you, like I'm setting this up on the 2nd of July and it's going to be okay, then go ahead and it's fine. But yeah, and I don't mean to say that like to make an excuse. It's just the way my shop is right now, and I'm doing the very best I can. So, okay. So I'm going to go through and do every single month. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to set it up and get it ready. That is only because I have one planner that is more decorative, and that one's the one that I'm going to use my full big kits that come out 2 months beforehand on. And this one is just functional, me actually planning out my family's life, and I want to be able to write things down early. And some of you already do that. You just write it down and then add the sticker kits on later. But I want one to be decorative with my other ones and one to use these FE kits, my decor and matching, Erin Condren matching stuff, because I love this kit. I put a lot of heart into this. It's one of the things that takes me the longest to design, and I get all these, I like paint the colors on this artwork and make sure that they match. And I've touched every single piece of that myself and have done my own work on every single piece of artwork, even if it's started off as someone else's artwork. I've definitely tweaked it and made it so it matches. And then, yeah, these will be added soon if they're not already. I'm going to try to have most of this stuff up, as well as this one. I think I've already listed this kit here. But yeah, all of this stuff will be up soon. And I think these monthlies, my big monthlies, I'm actually going to use here for my goals. And I'm just going to take a strip from here because I know I have some leftover washi from the kit here, and then I can write out my goals beneath. I'm going to be using my Moxie Life stickers to use some of her areas of life. I don't feel like I need every single area of life that she offers. I just don't need it. So I'm going to take, I actually think from my journaling kit, I have these like ripped pieces, and I think I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put it up here at the top. And I should be doing this with my monthly. Maybe this is also my monthly. Like, just count this as my monthly planning because I don't know that I have so much I need to do. And this is already, oh my goodness, so long. And then I'm just going to put July here, kind of overlapping. These are transparent, but you can get them in white, and it might be cute with white actually kind of layered on top of this so that the white kind of makes it stand out a little bit better. But I'm going to do July. I think I'm going to do this every month, and then I'm just going to probably separate this. Okay, so here's a goals page I did last year, and I used my Moxie Life Areas of Life stickers, and I just used a highlighter, decorated a little bit with the washi. And so that's what I'm going to do here too. So I'm just going to kind of divide it down, highlight with the different areas of life. And here is me using all 8 areas of life from Moxie Life. I've decided that fun and recreation and personal, and I mean, some of these I feel like I have a really hard time with personal because I feel like all of these goals actually go with the different, like out of office time daily. I wanted to make sure that I was leaving the office and not working all day long. So that would actually would easily go into my work. Outside each day would be in fun and recreation. 2 books I could put into spiritual and personal growth. I just feel like the personal, there's always some other place it could go into. And so I feel like sometimes I'm like just trying to think of things to go in these areas of life. And I think 6 is probably what I'll end up doing. Maybe. We'll see. I do have all of the areas of life that you can use. But that's what I'm going to set up here. And I'm probably just going to do it off screen. But yeah, I think that these are so cute. Aren't they cute? Oh my goodness. So I probably I got this to use in a different way, which is why I did transparent for myself. But if I were to do this again, I would definitely get the one that has the white on the white sticker paper so that it looks more like this, so it stands out a little bit more. But I think that this is fine. It looks cute. All right, that is it for what I'm going to actually do planning in here. Now I just want to set up my actual outside system. I was looking through my covers because I have so many covers. I have a big, huge box of them. I've used Erin Condren since 2009. And so, back in the day, we didn't have removable covers, but it's been a long time since they have, and I definitely collect several every year. And then I'm given some too. So I have so many covers, and I hardly ever change my cover. I just kind of am happy with whatever they give me. So this year, one of my goals is with my monthly setups, I'm going to change my cover. And I've been using this cover for a while now, actually. I want to start this month. I was looking through, I don't have a 4th of July cover, which I'm surprised about, or I would have switched it. And I really just want to embrace, I'm now in the hexagon. I'm going to use the hexagon. So I'm going to stick this into this cover. I have the navy one, which I think is called Sapphire or something like that. And then I have the blush one, and then this one is eucalyptus, I think. And so I'm going to use eucalyptus. They all look cute with this cover, but I just felt like this was the most summery of them. And then in the back here, I want to put in a couple of things. The first thing I want to do, I used to have the budget pages in here, and I was using them for that. And I really liked it. I don't want to show you because it has some of my spending on there, and it's embarrassing to me a little bit. But I do like to keep track of my spending each month, and not necessarily for budget reasons, because I feel like I have an accountant husband for that, but because I like to make sure that I know what I order and when it's shipped and when it's arrived. So that's what I'm going to use this for. It's going to have... This is a weekly spending. I don't ever spend this much in a week. So I'm going to use this as a monthly page. It has your date, description, category, and total. And I'm going to use this as, I'm going to put over here is going to be when it's shipped. And this is going to be the description, probably the shop that I buy it from, and then how much I spent. So that's going to go back here. And I'm actually going to put it in this smaller one. I kind of like the way that looks, and it leaves this open. And then in this, I want to put the new Folio thing. So this is the new Folio, or whatever, I don't know what this is called, but it just slides into here. And actually, I'm going to put it back in with my cover, which I did this before, and I liked this a little bit better because then it doesn't take up any of the space. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to put in here yet, but I just want to have this in here so I can use it. I'll probably put a Post-it note in here. This can hold a washi tape, but it also makes it really chunky, and I don't have a ton of space in here. So I think I might put this bookmark my daughter painted. So my daughter painted this picture of Christ right here, and I designed this bookmark for my church this year to give out to all the women. And then on the back, we have the scripture reading schedule that we're doing this year that's what we're studying this year. So I feel like I could stick that in here, and then I can be able to peek on the back to what I'm supposed to be reading. And I'll probably take off this little tassel. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That's cute. I'm going to leave the tassel on for now and see if it doesn't bug me or not. But then I can see it. Then I can see the art my daughter did, and if you don't know Emma, she did one of Moxie Life's covers this year. Yeah, I need to take off this tassel. Yeah, she did one of Moxie Life's covers this year. She's a really talented artist, and she's studying fine art in college right now. And anyway, and I'm going to tuck this in so it doesn't bug me. Okay, and then I can flip and see what I'm supposed to be reading. So I'm excited about that. All right, and then I am going to put this in the front. This is one of the dashboards. And what I want to put on here is my work deadlines, just so I can flip. And no, I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it in this page so I can flip to this page occasionally when I'm looking at what the deadlines are. And so I'm going to write in a Sharpie marker, which does come off. You know, some of these other influencers can put their covers and things on just bink, and I'm so bad at getting them on. So I can, yeah. Then when I flip to this, I'll be like, oh, I love this page, because I never flip to this. I never see it. You know what I'm not loving? This weekly spending, holding my planner up so much, but it's a lot thicker than their other notepads. So if I'm hating it, I might switch just to a normal notepad to write on. Okay, another thing that I wanted to do in here is I want to keep this one, which I'm using as July, because I like to highlight my different appointments and things in my monthly, and I'm going to keep it there for the month. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a Post-it note here. I just haven't decided which one. Another thing I want to do is on the very front cover. I know that you can use this. Mine's very dirty. But I want to see if in this thing, I haven't actually used, oh, here's all the different colors you can get. I don't know if you can right now because they don't sell these anymore. Hold on. It has this back here, so you have to take this off. And then it kind of is like a Post-it note. So this comes on and off. You can use it time and time again. And I'm going to put this right here in the front. And what I want to put here are my current stickers for the month because I like to use them throughout the month if I think of things. So I'm really hoping these will fit. And I know I can put them in the back, but they do fall out. So my sticker sheets, the majority of them, some of them are smaller and some of them are bigger, but the majority of my sticker sheets are 5x7. And it fits. I'm so excited. It's a little bit snug. This is like exactly 5. So yeah. So that will fit there. And then, if I want to move this around, it moves. So you can like move it from cover to cover. All right, this is getting kind of chunky. I was going to put these Post-its in here, but I feel like it's too much. Honestly, the reason it's too much is because of this. This is making it really, really fat. But I'm going to see if I can stand it. I think that's it. I cannot close it. Let's see if I can close this. Okay, I got it closed. That was kind of a struggle though. So it's a little too chunky. I do have the 18-month coil on this, but you can see that really, really is making it fat. Now, what I could do is just tear off some of the pages. The other thing I forgot is I wanted to fit this in. I really, really want to put my kids' school calendar in there in case I ever need to refer back to it. I'm going to have, my key and this thing, but sometimes I want to see like, why do we have the day off? Why is it a half day? So I have my calendar here and it just has more explanation there. And so I wanted to tuck these in so I just always have it with me. And I'm going to put it in the back because on the front I want to have something for my church. But yeah, I don't know if I like that. I'll make it smaller. But yeah, I really wanted to tuck this into the back with this. Let's see if I can fit that on too. We are pushing it. I really do like this folio though. I like how it looks and I like just that it keeps everything together. And I feel like it's getting a little bit more stretched out as I use it. It's getting easier and easier to close. For sure couldn't fit these in. I'd have to take out that thing, but there we go. Thank you so much for watching this very long planner setup video. I know that these are usually longer than my usual videos and I didn't even do everything I was planning on doing. I'm just seeing the time and I'm like, there's no way I can set up every month on here and show everyone how I set them up. I am going to be setting them up off camera because I do want them set up for the full year. So that is something that won't be shown, but it's the same as I'm going to do in July. And then I'll probably add the decor stickers on when I do my monthly setup later. But yeah, that is something that I want to do. That is something that I want to do. That's something that I really want to get done this month so that I just can use this planner now and have it be a little bit more functional. I always felt like I can't do anything in my planner unless I'm filming it. And it made it so sometimes I didn't even use the planner because I never got on camera to show and I didn't have time to show it on camera. And this year, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to force myself to show every single thing. I'm going to plan in it when I can't get on screen. Sometimes like I did this week. I didn't do a plan with me for the week. I just needed it to work now and I didn't have time up to this point. My son is just about to leave home next week. And so we've been getting him ready and he graduated and it's just been like a whirlwind of us doing family things and getting him ready. So yeah, it's been a little bit nuts. So there may be some weeks that I do plan on camera and there might be some weeks that I just come back and show you what I did. And that's going to be what the monthlies will be in here. I am going to be doing more decorative planning. And so you'll see Plan With Me's in the monthly where I'm using my kits and the decor stickers and have it be a little bit more creative and fun. But for this planner, that really is just like my functional get things done planner. I am going to do those months off camera. And you can just like copy and paste what I did in July, and that's what I'm going to be doing every month in this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it through this, I'm so grateful. If you want to be one of the 5 who gets your custom name stickers done with my handwriting, write it down below, and then I'll reach out to you and find out what style you want, and we will get those out to you as soon as possible. And I will talk to y'all very soon. Thank you for being here. Bye.